Hey, so this is a tutorial for setting up the Xatkit Facebook Messenger platform in order to use and create your own Xatkit bots. We also have an example bot that I'll show you how to set up in this tutorial. So this video will be for Windows 10, but overall it should be pretty similar for all operating systems because it's mainly the installation is through Git. So it should be quite similar for all of the different platforms. So before actually installing the Messenger platform and setting up the example bot on Facebook, you have to have a few software installed as a prerequisite in order to install all of the Xatkit modules and things. I'll quickly go over the installations for each of these software, but if you already have them installed, then you can just skip forward in the video. I'll probably leave a timestamp in the description. So the actual things you need are Java version 8, JDK. Then you need Git, Maven, the Xatkit, like main Xatkit with the core and everything else in order to use Xatkit bots, and then ngrok. And basically what this tutorial is kind of visualizing is the following guide that we have put on our GitHub. So yeah, so basically these four things are what you need: Git, Maven, Java JDK 8, ngrok, and Xatkit, the main version. So if you already have these installed, you can just skip ahead, but now we'll go through each of the following software installments. Alright, so in the intro I kind of showed you the wrong Java download page, so you actually have to come here. All the links will be in the description and also in the different guides that are in the description as well. So yeah, you need the Java SE Development Kit 8 and just press for the operating system that you have, and then press the download button, and yeah, and then you just execute it to install Java. So I'll go through that a bit later. Regarding Maven, you have to download the binary zip archive. You can also download the tar.gz, but it's a bit different to install. So in this guide I'm going to use this. So I just click on this link and download the zip file. I already have it in my downloads, so that's why I'm not clicking it, but yeah, you should click it. Git, same thing. Choose your operating system, click on it, and it should start downloading. And ngrok as well. So yeah. Once you have all of the installers or zips downloaded, so I have them all here. For the zip files, you should just extract them. So I already have extracted the ngrok. So the archive looks like this for ngrok. So you just extract it, and then you can run it. And there we go. So ngrok is pretty easy. You just have to extract it, and you can just use the executable file in the folder. And then for Maven, you just have to extract it. So you can choose where to extract it. I recommend you go to your program files folder. So yep, you go here, and then you extract. Alright, so now it's done. It opened up our, the place where I did extract it to. And this bin folder will be important, but for now, we'll just leave it there. Now, you also have to, let me see. So yeah, so go back to the downloads folder. And now onto Git and the JDK. So these are both like just applications. You press on them, and if either of them ask for any like additional options or advanced options, just don't bother. Just use the recommended things and just press next. and you'll have Git and JDK downloaded. So if you want to check if your JDK and Git are correctly downloaded, you should just go to your open Git bash. So that should have come with your Git installation. Okay, sorry about that, had to cut. But yeah, basically to check if you have Java and Git installed, you just go java-version and git --version. So if it gives you like some kind of output that's not command not found, it means that it should be correctly installed. If you have any issues, you can probably Google and find a solution. There may be some issues with environmental variables, which is actually something that we need to address anyways, since in order to, if you wanted to use Maven, at the moment it would tell you that command not found. So in order to actually use Maven, you have to go and change some environmental variables. So go to your environmental variable editing place. So it depends on your OS, but for Windows you can just search for environment and then open this setting and then environmental variables. And now you can go to your user variable or path and press edit. This is actually not necessary. I had some issues, but yeah, it's not necessary for you to put this. But yeah, anyways, you're going to first go to your program files or wherever you put your unzipped Maven files, and then you're gonna open the bin, and then you're gonna copy the path, press new in your environmental variables, and just add your Maven bin file, that is bin directory. So then you press OK and you open up a new bash, and if I put Maven, then it's gonna give me an actual output, which means that Maven, well, you can just use Maven now. That's what that means. Yeah, so there we go. Alright, so next up we need to also install Xatkit and build it in our computers. So for this, I'm using the Xatkit's guide, and you should probably read all of this, but just for time's sake, we're just going to use these 4 commands without explaining what they do. Basically all it does is it clones and then builds / installs all of the submodules of the Xatkit modules. So yeah, it's not the best explanation, but you know, if you read it, then you get more info. So yeah, anyways, we're just going to paste the commands. It's gonna start cloning and then check out all the submodules, and then after that also clean install with skipping the tests, and then after that you should have Xatkit correctly installed on your computer. So I'll get back to you once it's done installing. Alright, so as you can see, everything was built successfully, and we can now move on to the Messenger, Facebook Messenger platform. So again, just going to go to our documents folder, and we're going to use the following commands. So this is from our own guide. Basically, we're just going to clone the latest platform, repo. So right now it's in the develop branch, but once it's actually released, it's going to be in the main branch. So for now, we're just going to, whoops, we actually have to copy as well. And then we're going to move to the actual directory and clean install again, just as with the Xatkit one. Right, so once this is done installing, I'll get back to you. Alright, so once that install is done, you know that your Messenger platform is set up correctly, hopefully. And that means that we can now move on to actually setting up the example bot. So if you're not interested in that, you just want to start developing, you can stop watching this video. Otherwise, let's move on to the bot side of things. So before we do anything on the code side, you have to make a Facebook application in the Facebook for Developers webpage. So I'm already logged in. There should be like a way to log in if you're completely going to the website for the first time. But basically, after you log in, you should have something similar, and you can go to My Apps. So click on that, and then, well, we already have some apps over here. But let's create a new one just to show you how it works. So basically, just create a new app. Choose business integrations, and then add a name. So let's just go for tutorial, and it's gonna be for yourself, and that's optional, so you don't need to change that. So then you create the app. Okay, security check. Alright, so once you've done the security check, which took longer than I thought it would, you can just submit, and you should be greeted with a new page, which is your new application. So now you also have to add 2 products, or Facebook calls them products. So you need to add Messenger and webhooks. So I think it will, yeah, okay, it will redirect you. But that's fine. Just go back to your products and add webhooks. Right? And webhooks. So set them both up. Alright, so now once you have these done, we're going to go to Messenger settings. And basically how the bot works is that you need to have a Facebook page that is kind of connected with the bot. So we're going to create a new page. I'm gonna let you do it yourself. It's very straightforward. But yeah, so you basically create your page. It can be whatever you want. And once you're done with that, I'll be back. Alright, so once you've created the page, you can go to add or remove pages. So again, I should have a few already. So you continue with your Facebook. So I created the tutorial page. So we'll go with that. You don't have to look at that at the moment. So just press done. And it should link up. Yep. Alright, there we go. So now you have your page kind of connected to your application. And yeah, so that's good. Alright. For now, we can move on to actually getting the bot repository set up locally. So going back to our guide, you can use these 2 following lines of code, which is just going to clone, and we're just going to clone our bot repository. So we're going to clone, and okay, well, that's interesting. Oh, right. So right now it's a private repository, so that's why. I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have it cloned, so yeah, it is a private repository at the moment, but once you have it cloned, I have it here in my documents folder, or where I pulled it, and I'm going to show you how to execute the Messenger bot. We have different kinds of bots, some with Slack integration, but these require different kinds of properties, and they're not quite fleshed out yet. So for now, we're just going to show you how our Messenger bot, the most basic version, works. So you're going to have to go to either with your Bash or just through the Windows file explorer. You're going to go to your resources, and you're going to create a new file called bot-private.properties. So right now it's a text file. Just go to like view and file extensions, and then you can remove the text from the end, and then it becomes a properties file. So yeah, and you can open it with Notepad or any other text editor, and you're going to go and copy the following. So again, I'm not going to put the Slack things here because the video will be just way too long. I may make another video in the future once we have the Slack bot more fleshed out, but at the moment this will show off most of what the Messenger platform can do, so it's kind of good enough. So in the bot private properties, you're going to copy paste these three kind of tokens or keys. And then basically for the verified token key, it can be any string you want. So let's just put like tutorial over here. And the next two keys you're actually going to get from your Facebook for Developers account. So the let's see, the access token key you get from your page's access token. So just press generate token and click I understand. Copy this long string and paste it here. Alright, and now the app secret key you're going to get from your settings, basic, and then over here. So you have to press show and then put your Facebook password once again, because this is something that should not be public. So I'm also not going to show you what it is. But basically, yeah, you're gonna get another string. You're going to copy it into your app secret key in the value, and then just save your bot private properties file, and then just close it. So see you once that's done. All right. So now that that's done, we're going to go back to our bot main repository. And once here, we're going to use the command maven clean compile to see that there's no errors. Oh, my bad actually. You have to go one step deeper into the actual Messenger bot basic directory, and then use the maven clean compile. And this should check for any compilation errors. Alright, so after that you're going to, after the compilation is done correctly, you're going to execute the Messenger bot basic with the following command, which is maven exec java minus d exec.main class equals, and then the path to the Messenger bot basic class. So hopefully once I press enter, it's going to start the bot, and then we can move on and get it set up in Messenger. So I'll be back once it's done executing. Alright, so as you can see, our Xatkit bot started, so it's a running application at the moment. Now, in order to actually get it to work, we're going to use ngrok, which we downloaded before. So go to wherever you unzipped the ngrok zip file, and then press ngrok.exe. You have to open it. And then, there we go. Once it's open, you're going to enter the following command, which is ngrok http 5000. So make sure you use 5000 because that's the port where the bot is listed in. and then copy the forwarding, the second forwarding URL. So this is the one. All right. Now go back to your Facebook for Developers page, and then go to Messenger and Settings under the Products. Right, and now we're going to actually use the webhook callback URL. So you're going to press Add Callback URL, enter your ngrok URL, plus you're going to have to add Messenger and then webhook. So let me just quickly make sure it's correct. Messenger webhook, yep. So, and then for the verify token, it's going to be the random string you put, or not random, but the string you put in the verify token key in your bot private properties file. So for me, it was tutorial. And once you press verify and save, your bot has to be running before you do this. But you have to press verify and save, and it works. So you can go to your ngrok and you can see that there's a get request with 200 OK, which means that it's working. So now you're going to have to add some subscriptions. So press messages, message reactions, message postbacks, message reads, and also message deliveries. So 5 in total. Let me just quickly go and check if it's correct. Yep, it should be fine. So press save, and now your bot is should be up and running. So in order to actually send it messages, you can't just go into your Facebook and press message on your page. You have to actually go to the messenger.com kind of website. So I'll show you when we get there. Alright, so once you're here, you're going to press continue as your Facebook account. Alright, so there's going to be my messages, but that's fine. Alright, and then you're going to search for your page. And then open it up. And if you send it a message, it should respond to you. There we go. It responds to you. So you have different things that you can send it. So since this bot just kind of shows off the different platform capabilities, it's not really like a chatbot per se, but still it shows you what our platform is capable of doing. So if you send it a generic template, it will send you back a generic template. And there's different things you can use. There will be a list pretty soon, if not already, on our GitHub repository. So yeah, hopefully this tutorial helped you. And if you have any questions, you can ask us directly. Thank you very much.